All right, guys, can you hear me? All right, hello everyone. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, drop the voltage in the comment section. We're about to go. We're about to start. And for those of you that are just joining in here for the first time, ensure to know that we have a culture here that will follow. And our culture is take a screenshot of what you see right now on the screen to, as proof that you're live. Post on X using the hashtag hash execution room. Tag funded best. Tag myself at the common king. Tag V and tag FX Queen. All right, that's the culture we follow here. All right, so that we can use that avenue to let people understand that we do this here every day from 8 a.m. London session to 10 a.m. and then we continue again from 2 p.m. New York session till 4 p.m. All right. So what we do here is strictly trade live, show you guys our thought process behind every trade that we take step by step, and also educate you right on the best approach for you to further your journey practically as a trader. Okay. I can see a lot of people in the comment. Please, I need to see more voltage sign coming in so that I know that you guys are active and you can hear me. But so far, so good. The comment sections, I can see active traders already here. Emax Lord, I can see you. Um, Solomon, welcome. Okay, good. We have everyone here. So far, so good. All right. Nolly TV, welcome. All right, good, good, amazing, amazing. We got people on here this morning. Chill out, was good. All right, so now, yeah, so this is what I have on gold real quick. You can see that where I waited for the FOMC statement or um red folder news to give us, to give us a very good data. Um, and so far so good. All right, we've been on, looking at that buy trade setup from this region. All right, so like I said, price has already given us doing as much as it is on in a range, which is this whole range. Price has given us to what the directional intent, which has signified that we are bullish, but we're just waiting for we're just waiting for the right. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, so we're just waiting for the right confirmation to be able to join in on the buy. But like I told you guys, since I still remain on the fact that price has to break past a certain level, so let's check if price has broken past that level, okay, that we're waiting for. And that's low, high, break. All right, so we're waiting for price to, me personally, I'm waiting for price to take out this high. All right, take out this high. And is it that high? No, sorry about that. I'm waiting for price to take out this high. All right, so I know that price cannot easily just come and take it out like that. So we've been ranging. So what I expect price to do, if there's any buy I'm going to be buying, all right, my TP is going to be at this place because price will test here and then pull back. All right, pull back to either continue selling or break out. So I'll put my TP here and going on that buy. All right, so now so that's what we're looking at, and let us see. Okay, um so I need one more confirmation, right? So you can see that we are still ranging. So even if me personally, if I take an L on gold, right? If I take an L on gold, I really currently, right? I really would not feel bad because it's one of two things you have to do when you see a market like this. This is a range. It's one of two things you should do. You either stay out or you trade using, reducing your risk, right? Because in a range, it's called a slaughterhouse where buyers and sellers they slaughter themselves. Yes, that's why you hear a lot of people on the TL saying, "Okay, today's, I mean, gold's gonna buy." Some people are saying gold's gonna sell, all at the same time, and you're like, which of them? You go on TL now, you post a buy, sell. People will tell you that your SL is gonna go out because I'm selling. Some people you post a sell, and some people are telling you that, hey, your buy is gonna go out because I'm sell it. You put the sell, somebody say, I mean, you put the buy, somebody say, your this is gonna like hit because So at the end of the day, you understand the fact that first things you must understand when you go on the chart is to understand from the higher time frame what is the market phase I'm currently in. There are three types of phases. There's either the uptrend, the downtrend, and the what? And the ranging market. So the first thing you need to do when you go on your chart, by the time you open your chart, you need to just go to the higher time frame and then look at least the first. If you came to the chart and saw this down, this one candle, second candle, you say, okay, we're on a clear downtrend. But as long as you're seeing multiple candles ranging around the same, a range is look at this range high, range low, price doing around it. So you have identified the market phase. Is that you have two decisions to make: stay out or engage with low risk. All right. But I choose to engage. All right. I choose to engage with gold in as much as I've been having a lot of backlash in terms of, you know, price not going far. So you might be in profit. I think we only took one gold trade here that hit TP. All right, out of the gold trades we took. How many gold trades did we even take? We didn't take much. All right, we didn't take much. I think it was just two. The second one, no, we took three. I highlighted three. The first one hit TP. No, the second one hit TP. First one there was no confirmation. Second one hit TP. Third one there was no confirmation for our entry. So we didn't take a I don't think we took a loss on that. All right. So yeah, but I've been trying to avoid it as much as I can. All right, I'm trying to avoid this as much as I can so that I don't incur unnecessary losses, right? So currently right now I'm waiting for a confirmation on this point. All right, and my confirmation is if price closes, I have 24 more minutes. We'll wait for price to close above this high. Once price closes above this high, you know what to do. All right. For now, we're just watching and we're looking for how watching to see how this candle closes. So if this candle closes above this high, then we have a pullback into this point, and then we'll move to take out this high. SL will be below this at this point. All right. Once our SL at this point, okay, our SL will be here. All right. So this should give us around 1 to 3. All right, this should give us around 1 to 3. All right, yep, 1 to 3. Okay, so let's wait for confirmation on that. So we have 23 more minutes. You can look at your time and then let us know as well. Okay. Let's see your card. What we have on. All right, so this Euro card price fails to give us our confirmation. All right, price fails to give us our confirmation. So I'll be expecting price to pull back to this level. There's no rush. I'm waiting for price to pull back to this level for a buy continuation. All right, because where we are going to on the Euro card is still far. We are still going as high as this. It's our target. We're still going as high as this. That's our target. All right, and when you check it on the monthly as well, you can see that it's cool to just wait for the monthly candle to close, which is tomorrow. All right, I think today is the last day. All right, and then once it closes like this, don't worry. Next week we're going to be bullish, to possibly take out this high. All right, so it's a long term something, yeah. So it's not something we need to stretch. But first, we'll just focus on this, high. So if price closes like this, it has given us a bullish sign. All right, we just wait for price to open, give us a low, and then further expand into next week. All right, so that whatever that low is, right, is what we're waiting for at this point because price has given us what? Price has given us a daily break. Price has given us a daily breakout already. All right, price has given us a daily breakout already. All right, which is already set for next week's buy. All right, so we just want to see today, trade into this place and do whatever it wants to do inside here. Then on Monday, we'll be looking for buys to this high. Okay, so this is like next week trade. Next week trade, yeah, it's like next week trade. Okay, so there's nothing we can do. We just have to wait for today to close. All right, so let me put this here so we don't all right, so that's our instruction for this. So at any point we don't have any, you know, we don't have any stress to want to kill ourselves. All right, we're expecting price to come to this region. Okay, so all we need to do is we're not going to buy. We just wait for today to close to confirm our buys for next week. All right, so this one will be. Let me keep all these aside for now. Let me keep them because right now we're supposed to be doing like analysis for next month. Okay, but majority of them will just depend. I will still reanalyze them, but for now, these are the instructions that I want to come back and see when I'm analyzing my chart. All right, for the end of the month and all right. So please bear in mind we have 21, 23, or less than 20 more minutes for this candle to close. So please be watching. All right, so that we can catch this trade. Okay, so that's that. Let me see GBP GBP. So apparently GBP give us a buy entry here. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know how we missed it. All right, I do not know how we missed it. So this is the buy setup. GBP gave us GBP gave us that setup. I honestly don't know how we missed it. I don't even, I'm not seeing it again. All right, so no problem on that. Let's see what we should be expecting from this guy. All right, so this is what I'm looking at here. All right, let me delete here so that we can have what we'll be looking out for. Like I said, if we don't see trades today, we'll just project for next month, which is next week. All right, but if we do see, yeah, we take, but fewer trades today. And so far so good. We have an eye on gold. All right, so currently right now we're having that rejection from this point, right? And from this point, right? And on the same monthly time frame, we're seemingly having some sort of a breakout going on. Okay, so meaning that we expect price to expand more to the upside, right? Except price chooses to close below here. All right, if price chooses to close below here with a week, then we might be shorting. All right, we might be shorting. Um, we might be shorting that. Okay, so who's this? Who are you? Okay. Yeah, so we might be shorting that, right? So but for now, as long as this breakout is concerned, right, that's just an indicator that okay, we are bullish. All right, so we're targeting this high. All right, so let's see if we can get any further confirmation. All right, so far so good. Yes, we have a volume tool to support price to push and break out that monthly. All right, which is this guy. And not only that, we have weekly sweep. So volume plus the sweep, we expect an expansion. So we need to like join in on this expansion. And the question is, how do we join in on the expansion? Okay, how do we join in on the expansion? All right, all right. So how do we join on the expansion? So now, since our target has been established, which is this high and the second high, right? So how do we join on the expansion? So now we want to um, see a daily break, which currently right now price has given us that breakout, and this is the breakout level. All right. So on the daily, we want to see price straight back into this point. All right. Before. All right. So once the price straight back into this point, before we can confirm, our movement to the upside. So what should we be doing here? Let me see. H4, okay, H4, 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 H4. Okay. So I would want to wait for the daily close, but I want to see price get into this point. But I'm not taking from here. But I want to see price trading to this point, all right, and give me a confirmation, all right, to buy. Okay. So for this, yeah, so for this, we'll repeat the same thing that we did in Eurocard. All right, we'll repeat the same thing we did in Eurocard, which is this. Where are you at? So yeah, we're gonna repeat the same thing we did in Eurocard. I don't know what's happening, but okay. All right, so now, so for this on the daily time frame, right? Please confirm if you can see my screen, if you can hear me. All right, we're also doing the same thing as this, so we're going to be waiting for this. So these are our signals for this to confirm if we want to buy. All right, we need that confirmation. All right, so I don't know if you guys can still hear me though, but I should think so. All right, so yeah, so this is the same thing we have on this. Now it's not like we cannot buy direct from when price getting to this point, right? We can still do that, but if we're going to do that, then we're going to be waiting for this whole point for price to get into this whole point. If we want to buy directly without waiting for the daily, right, which is the H4 breakout, the H4, yeah, breakout and volume to direct. This is the only place you can like take the buy direct and say, okay, I don't have to wait for today. I want to take this direct. Is when price come here, and we can still do that. We can only just wait for confirmation entry when price gets here, and then we buy. But most appropriately, we wait for the day to today to close. All right, to like close before we can do anything. So these are like next week trade. No rush. Our target is still up. Yeah, we have a lot of moves to take. All right. So what else again? 1 hour candle. We have for 6 more minutes for this candle to close. I mean, less than 13 minutes for this candle to close. So please keep an eye on this guy. So USD card, yeah, we were supposed to buy from here, but now structure has scattered it's scattered. I don't even know how best to take my confirmation, right? We're supposed to buy from here, to the upside. So let's review back what we saw. So on the monthly time frame, we've taken liquidity, we've reacted, and we're supposed to like take out this high. Okay, we're supposed to take out this high on the monthly. Don't know if there's any other thing else. Okay, yeah, on the monthly, right? But on the weekly, let's see what the weekly suggests we do. Focusing on the weekly. All right, so on the monthly is currently on on a breakout level. So I think for this trade, right, we'll just be cool and wait for the month to close. That's the best we can do. There's no point trying to like catching on the buy area because of course if we must engage in this buy based on the monthly, so that means we want to see price take out this high before we can confirm our buy. We want to see price take out this high. Okay, so that's why I'm even bullish though. That's why I'm bullish on it though. All right, so on the daily time frame, what do we have? So yes, so we're using this point for price to buy to go take out this high. So price is going to be buying till it comes to this point. All right, but I've not gotten any confirmation yet from that POI. All right, from this POI currently, that price we're waiting for price to come to buy from. All right, I've not gotten any confirmation. All right, I think I can take this out. I don't need this anymore. This has played out. All right, that has played out. So for us to buy currently right now, I need to see, you know, a confirmation to buy this, but unfortunately there is no confirmation. So the only thing I can resort to is I have to resort to internal range. Let me see what it looks like on the H1. Okay. Yeah, I can only resort to internal range. All right. I can only resort to internal range. Yes, exactly. All right. So for me to participate with this, I would have to see price pull back to this point, take out all these liquidities, tap into this level, and then give me a buy. So therefore, for me to lock in on this buy, I'll be focused on what this area as my POI, H4 POI. All right. I'll be focused on this candle as my H4 POI. So once price get there, I use what they call it. I use H1 confirmation I taught you guys, and then I take it. So already we have an inducement brooding, which is this. All right. So yeah. So that's the reason that can make me take this right now because we were supposed to buy from here. We analyzed this last week. All right. So let's see what happens in the next 1 hour, 9 minutes. Let's see. We're not targeting the extreme high. We just target this particular high that was created. Okay. All right. So this may likely happen today. So let me set my alert there. For the US oil is really bullish and it's not giving us what we want. So I want to see price take out this high. Okay, and then possibly give me a push to the downside, and then we'll continue buying. All right, but I'm bullish on this pair into this high. That's US oil. V is going to come in and tell us more about what's currently happening in the Middle East, right? So that we can actually see how to adapt to that. All right, so yeah, so that's what. So V will come tell us what we need to look out for at this point, right? But so far so good. We're having a very good reaction on the daily time frame from this February gap, and right, and it has given us some sort of expansion after taking out liquidities that are below here. So on the H4 time frame, I want to see price. Oh, price has gotten to that point, so we missed this. We missed this. All right, price has gotten there, and price has reacted. So the question is, where's our next entry? Okay, yeah, we saw that price has reacted here yesterday. So yeah, we missed this. So our next entry is going to be where? Most recent. Okay, our next entry is going to be, let's see what happens at this point. All right, we have this as our entry point, and then we have this price breaks above here. Then we can consider this, our entry point as well. Okay, so we have one of these to happen, or we have price pull back to this level here, and then we buy from there. But they are all subjected to confirmation entry. That's one beautiful part, right? So just take for example, we're waiting for this. Where would have been our confirmation entry? Let me show you guys. All right, so this is the H4 breakout, and then price traded into it. The moment price gets this POI, because you know from the daily you're having a reaction, and the daily has given you what, a breakout, all right, on the H4. Right now, once you have that breakout on the H4, this whole H4 becomes your POI, your point of interest, where you're interested in buying, the gold in line with the directional bias of the weekly or the monthly. All right, then you go to H1, your entry would have been the last candle that traded into that point. All right. Your entry would have been the whole of this point, right? It should have been your entry. Your exit would have, your SL would have been the moment price broke past, right? Your SL would have been somewhere here. And you'd have been on this trade setup, right? Put your SL below. All right, you have been on this trade setup by now. All right, so that's the same application that happens, right? What made this one even super sweet is that the sweep inside the volume two now caused what? The expansion to the upside. All right, so this expansion has gone up now. Price needs to pull back. All right, pull back into what now? This whole place now has created what? Another volume two. I don't know if price has triggered it to this one. Okay, it has. All right, so no problem. We'll just wait for price to break above here and then we'll look for more buy opportunities, right? So we can't start, crying over the past ones that we missed. All right. So I think we will just be watching for now. I don't really have anything. I'll just come check maybe after price takes out this high. All right. After price takes out this high, I'll come check. But for now, there is really nothing for me there. So those are the few pairs I'm looking at. So let's go back to gold and see what we're having because it's almost time. We have about 5 more minutes. You can see price is just stalling around that place. Just break out from there and let's buy. Just break out from there and let's buy. Okay, just break out from there and let's buy. All right, so I think that should be all we have. I really don't want to look at too many pairs today because it might make us start jumping into one trade or the other and trying to as let's just stick and wait. V, are you there?
My man.
Good. What do you have for us today?
Man. Really, yesterday, really been a lot. FOMC meeting, right? You could see how the market reacted and more aggressive, right? We had some nice pump on gold and then some other kind of move on other pair. Okay, all right. And so first of all, I will want us to start from the Middle East, right? Which is, one thing about the macro is that you ask yourself, what is trend, right? What is trend? And currently, what is really trending right now is the oil, the middle, and kind of the gold. You understand? But let's start from the Middle East, right? If you look at the oil, right, you see that having some within 2 to 3 days back to now, we have been having some nice pump, right, on the US oil, and it was because the Iranian attacked the launched an attack on the US, and then Donald Trump is currently saying that they are going to go very very hard on the Iran, right? And also, if you also pay close attention to the motive of things, you will realize that the Middle East oil trade has okay, it has been closed except for China and those who trade the petrol yuan. That's alone is one of the stronger catalysts for me to actually go long oil, right? I'm calling that on the WTI. Okay, and also the Iran and the Yemen have closed the Strait of Hormuz and the Bab el Mandeb Strait, except for Chinese vessels and anyone who pay the transit fee. You understand? And also the Iran previously announced that if oil, okay, will be forced to trade in Chinese yuan. You understand? I think that I want to repeat that so you get that clearly. Okay, announced that if the US doesn't leave the Middle East, barrel of us to be traded in. So the entire Middle East just exploded into a full scale. You understand? Or let me put it this way: the entire Middle East crisis just exploded into a full scale war, and it is all about the US dollar as well. You get, so we should be expecting some kind of move on the DXY as well. So while the region, right, free fires, you understand, the real game is being played with oil, and that's good order. You get, so the Saudi Arabia and the UAE also are ready to build massive new pipeline. You get, from what I've read, to bypass, so they can be able to bypass the Strait of Hormuz. You understand? So I also get to read that the BlackRock and Wall Street just pour out into its new oil pipeline network. You understand? And the US and the Iraq just inked a deal for another critical pipeline. Now these are news I've got within the yesterday and today, right? And also uh, whisper of an Iran Saudi UAE, right, Iraq pipeline corridor are growing rather than are growing hours by the day, louder by the day. I say sorry guys, are going louder by the day. You understand? So you see, this particular headlines has already given me a very, 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 very strong reason to be bullish on the oil. You understand? And I know some of you may be asking, okay, why all these things will cause the panic? You understand? Now, every barrel that is used to understand that every barrel that is used to force that is used to force the world to buy oil in US oil is now rerouted. You understand? And then from what I said, if you understand what I say, right, it's not being rerouted. And it's been fought over. You understand? So potentially there'll be a outside settlement, right, rather than the petrol. You understand? Because for decades, for over a very long time, the dollar ruled because the oil was priced in green box. If you understand, if you know the meaning of green box, if you don't understand, please just go and check the meaning. The luxury of time to start explaining. And that alone, right? That alone, since that rerouting is being happen and then it's going to be priced on that currency, there's going to be problem on the US dollar. You get, so for now, I am much more bullish on the US oil. Now, talking about gold, right? I've been saying this, right? The China are canceling the paper trading of a thing. You understand? And that will make people start looking at gold, buying gold physically. And that, if that is being done, right, it will make the West kind of lose control over the pricing. Now that alone is supposed to cause demand on the good, a very, very on the good. But then looking on the norms, right? If that doesn't happen, if China doesn't take control over that, then English stand on gold might be voided or might be a void position. You understand? But peradventure they happen. Currently, I'm already on the good. Okay, but peradventure that doesn't happen, then of course we should see a downside on the good. But like I said, I am still pretty much bullish on it. And based on the FOMC report, I am bearish. I am beginning to on the bearish US 30 has begun to increase, but I want to wait next week so I can be able to so I can be able to get enough data and enough catalyst to know if I short the US 30. Because the thing is, because if you look at AI is currently extremely expensive. All right, I know most of this company they heavily depend on semiconductor, right? And the semiconductor relationship to do with the AI. You understand? And currently AI expensive, and people would want to look for cheaper stuff. Right? So that's why currently I am based on what happened, based on the statement released on the FOMC, right? From the FOMC statement, bearish on the going to go bearish from next year is going to go on the 30. So that is all I have based on the macro reports, right? And as time goes on, if there's any new development before New York session or before tomorrow, of course, I will definitely update us. So, guys, stay updated, stay active, and then always manage your risks, because in this market, it's very critical. You understand? When it's very like that time, and I believe that with your proper risk management and how you manage your trade, how you manage your portfolio and your position, you will definitely scale through. Right, guys. So now I will drop back the mark by two uncommon. My man, what's good?
All right, thank you very much for that, V. You guys have heard what's happening right in the Middle East, and coupled with the fact that we are closing on the month, right? We can only look forward to what next month will bring for us amid the whole crisis going on in the East, all right, in the Middle East. So, I can see that this is a resistance zone. Price failed to displace above it. So, but we're still bullish, and that's why I see price is heading towards that direction. So we just have to wait. All right, we just have to wait for this kind to close above it, and then we have pull back into and then continue, buying. If you enter directly, you might suffer some, no confirmation. So if price hits you out and that's it, you enter without confirmation, you only enter aggressively. And if you want to do that, then your SL has to be below this guy. All right, but because of the SL from here to here is going to be too big, I rather just wait. All right, I rather just wait for price to give me a confirmation so that I can buy. All right, so let's see how this candle goes. We extended to another 54 minutes. That's a long time to wait, guys. But I mean, that's what trading does to you sometimes. It's just, it can be really crazy, right? And when you don't have that patience to wait, you tend to make some irrational decisions that would, at the end of the day, mess your whole trade up, right? And eventually, make you lose money. All right. So why is always essential to wait for this to close? That this candle you are seeing that is buying can buy to this point like this. All right, you can buy, and then you think you are missing out only for before the candle closes, it now retraces back and closes like this one below here. That's why you have to wait for price to close here. Now there are two things I need to let you know is that now if price closes above here, for a confirmation, there are chances, right? There are times. Let me not say chances because chances are not low, but there are times where price will not pull back. If you just open the next candle and start buying. All right. So what I usually do is I'll take my trade. Right. Once the candle take for example the candle closes like this. Upon the open of the next one, I'll enter immediately, but I'll put my SL at the normal SL. Then if price pulls back to that level, fine. I'm already in the trade. That's what I usually do because I had to cultivate that habit because in some cases I do miss entry. But if this candle is long, that I do that if the candle is short. But if this candle is long to this point, I'll just wait because I can't enter from here and put myself in. So I'll just wait for that one, right? So I'm just saying this here, right? Because that's a mechanical approach I use to avoid misentry setting sometimes. All right, so I just needed to put that out for educational purpose to let you know that, but you don't do that at every candle. If it's too long, then you just stay away from it. All right, because definitely, no matter how long you can see, no matter how long it breaks out, it will still what come back. All right, so I just had to put that out for educational purpose. So we have four pairs we're already looking at. We have this we're looking at. We know what we're waiting for. It's already written here. All right. We have this. We know what we're waiting for. It's already written here, I guess. Okay, for this one, we're waiting for price to get into this loop. All right. So it's almost okay. Yeah, we have our inscription above here, so we know what to do. This as well, the same thing. All right, this we want to see price trade into this level before we look for any buy. Otherwise, there's nothing we can do. All right, price missed us. We had a miss entry here. All right, so price has a pullback, and then the same thing that happened here on gold. All right, when price broke out of that level, it had to pull back. So no matter how far, price may look, there's no POI that price cannot get to. No matter how far it has sold to, you can see this one, see how far it went. Price still came back, and then we are buying again from there. So we expanded again, price come back here. We want to expand past this high. All right, so there's no POI that is too far for price to reach. There's no SL that is too far for price to reach. So you just have to be patient and wait. So I want to feedback from you guys, right? Since it's towards the end of the month, I need to have some sort of interactive session with you. What are your current challenges you are going through when it comes to trading? And so far, so good on this live. Have you really, has it really been impactful? Be very honest. If you are not been impactful to say it here, there's nothing to sugarcoat. We're not going to tag you as, oh, this guy is blah blah. No, no, no. We are looking for ways to actually improve, and your feedback will help us do that. We can't just be, you can't just be trying to sugarcoat everything, right? So if you know it's good, let us know that, oh, it's good. If you know it's not good, let us know this is the areas that you think that we should improve when it comes to live trading session. All right. So I'm looking at the comment section. Please let us know, and we can, take that into consideration and see how to address it immediately if there is. All right. All right. So please, I need that. And if you have any pair you personally want us to look out for into next month, and what we should expect in terms of the projections, you can as well, list the payout while we're waiting for this gold setup to cook. Okay, while we're waiting for this gold setup to cook. Currently, right now, it's looking nice. All right, it's looking above the area we want to buy from. So we have about 49 minutes more for this candle to close. You get the point now, all right? So, guys, I need your feedback. I need to hear from you. Interactive sections. You have questions, you have challenges you're going through, you have a pay you want me to look out for into next month, and you have feedback as regards this live. You like it? Do you think we can improve here and there? Please do let us know. Of course, you can as well use the hashtag hash execution room, post on X, make a screenshot that states that you're here, tag funded vest, tag myself at uncommon king, and tag um V, tag FX Queen. And of course, you know what to do after that. If you want to explore the trading conditions of funded vest, you can use the VIP code to get a 20% discount displayed on the screen. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're getting that on. So let's wait for this. We have about 48 minutes. It's long. It's gonna be a long one, right? So 48 minutes is not something that we can just um happen like in the next few seconds. But let's see. Let me see what's happening on this point. If we have, oh, this is nice. There's nothing as nice as this, right? So we're having 15-minute breakout. And currently price is breaking out of that 15 minutes. So our 15 minutes is also tallying with what our H1. All right. So this is really good. All right. This is really good. Okay, this is really good. So yeah, so we're going on this buy. We're gonna take this buy. It's really good. All right, so I think I don't know if it's just me or FS Queen is here. Okay, she's not here. Okay, okay. All right, so let's just sit out and wait this. We don't really have much to do. Let me see USD card. Okay, we're waiting for price to come here. All right, so we have this trade set up here on USD card. We might as well want to take this. All right. Let me see some people. Some people are selling EU. I want to see why. Some people are selling EU. I want to see why. Okay, so let me see the EU trade setup. Oh, okay. I see. I see. I see. Okay. In as much as I'm not really an EU trader, right? All I can see is price is in a range. All right, price is in a range, and inside that big range, that price also inside what? A smaller range. So a range inside a range is the most dangerous fit ever. All right, so price inside the range. So what I do in this kind of trades, I just avoid. So yeah, they might want to sell from here. Looks good, but yeah, they might want to sell from here. Looks good. Um, Let me check. Let me investigate the range. Let me investigate the range. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, so we can get a sell to this point. Looks good. Looks really good. All right. So, anyways, guys, we'll just wait for gold to give us our confirmation. And once we get our confirmation, we can execute. All right. Once we get our confirmation, we can execute. But till then, no confirmation, no execution. All right, so let's wait. This also fits into with 30 minutes breakout as well. So we have ourselves a very nice POI to buy from. All right, so let's just wait. 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 Now the thing here is for the fact that 30 minutes is synchronizing with 1 hour POI and 30 minutes and 15 minutes POI. 1 hour may not come back here. 1 hour will just open and push. All right, so we're going to use the 30 minutes. All right, we're going to use the 30 minutes to enter this trade. All right, so this has happened before and it's based off my experience, right? Let me send it to someone. Because M15 and M30 POI entry point aligns with H1, meaning price would mitigate or trigger price would trigger both 15 minutes as both M15 and M30 entry and ignore and miss H1 entry. So that's what usually causes the miss entry on H1 confirmation. Once you get H1 confirmation, always check what it looks like on 15 minutes and 30 minutes, because sometimes when you get a miss entry, meaning price now on this same candle now may come back to this point, may pull back like this is one candle. That pullback, it means that it has triggered 15 minutes and 30 minutes and then pull up. So 15 minutes and 30 minutes will be in profit. By the time the next candle open, you just continue buying. So you have a miss entry. So what you do is when you check a confirmation, right, always go and check 30 minutes. Once he aligns, check 15 minutes. Once he aligns, please take any of them. All right, take any of the 15 minutes or 30 minutes trade. All right, take any of the 15 minutes, 15 minutes or 30 minutes, because price um will likely miss the H1. All right, so that's why I always tell people that trading, you need to understand every pattern, even your so-called pattern that you are thinking that you know. Oh, I have pattern A. That your pattern A can give you pattern A1, A2, A3. The question is how many do you know well? All right, so I will use this 15-minute breakout as my entry. All right, because there might be a likely miss entry on 1 hour. It's going to be practical. We'll show you. You will see. All right, you will see it. So it's not something that's I'm just saying. All right, it's something that we're going to witness here together. All right, so yeah, so I've sent it to the person. Let me send it to my group before they will say I. All right, good. We have that sent. All right, so yeah, we just keep waiting, and at this point, there's really nothing we can do. We're having good pump. This is a very good directional intent that the market is giving to us currently right now. A very good directional intent. All right, so we just need to confirmation so that we can swing it on the buy. All right, so let's just wait. Hopefully, none of these are triggered. If they are not triggered, then it gives hope for H1. H1 has 31 more minutes, 39 more minutes. All right, so it gives hope for it. If it doesn't trigger on 15 or 30 minutes, then it gives hope for H1. All right, so we just wait. We just wait. Oh my god. Okay, let me go through the comment section. Let me see if there's anything so far. As long as you guys join, share the YouTube link and keep inviting of your friends. Yeah, Emax, Lord, thank you for that. Thanks for joining the live session. Wait patiently while the educators are preparing. Oh, that was early comment. Okay. All right. All right. Oh my God, I didn't post the stuff. All right, so we have about um 37 more minutes for this candle to close with an expansion. Okay. All right, we're having a very good, aggressive move to the upside, which looks really good. I like it. All right, I like it. All right, I see the comment section. Nollywood TV said waiting. Yes, we are waiting. Stanley said, good GMBS. Please, what's the bias behind gold trade? Okay, right. Okay, so all right, all right. So let's look at it. Let's look at this. The bias behind gold trade from the monthly time frame. Technically, right, is that price reacting from this key level, and this key level is actually a very very strong key level because remember when we were bullish, we were having the bullish run all the while everyone's happy making money and stuff, right? Price got to this point. Remember, this whole candles here has not been printed. This whole candles here has not been printed at the time. So price got here and then price pulled back. There was a sharp decline. Price opened, tried to go low. So that point, that decline happened, still held price. So that's a key level, right? And then price started moving. So now price has gotten back to that point now, and then price has closed with a rejection and has been giving us some bullish intent for a bullish for a reversal to the for a bullish continuation, right? But apparently for a whole month, price was just dancing within the range of this low and this high. So it had been ranging for a whole month because if here was strong enough to push price, we are supposed to be somewhere around here by now, and then probably retracing a little bit to close the month. But price just played around here. So price throughout the whole of this month, this candle just kept doing like this: low, high, low, high. That's a range. That's a slaughterhouse. So sellers are seeing sell, buyers are seeing buy. All right. So, but to get much more clearer view of what happened there, you can now go to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, you can now see that if price is supposed to react from that level to buy after closing the month with a rejection, to confirm if buy was certain to go, we needed to have seen price break out of this level on the weekly time frame. This level. So we need to see something like this. Then price pull back into this point and then go. So the bullish, the bullish intent has been given, but the directional bias has not been confirmed. All right, all right. So The bullish intent has been given, but the directional bias has not been confirmed. So within the low of that sweep, that this price swept, and then this high, which was supposed to be the weekly breakout, price has been ranging there. So we've been in a range all this while. Now to further confirm that range, let's go to the daily time frame. So you can see a range is simple. All right. You can see this high and this low. That's what started the range. All right. So price cannot be moving in a straight, in a very, very flat state like this. And you would not be able to identify that we're in a range. All right. See, you can see it. So everything happening currently right now is there will be shorter buy, shorter sales. Though buyers and sellers will be seeing the market. So but then sellers will see the sell, they will sell, but it will only sell for a short while. Buyers will see the buy, they will buy only buy for a short while. Do you understand? Now, after price had done all this, you realize that the moment the sweep happened here, price has failed to display below, meaning to take out this low. So automatically, what do you see? You can now see that we've been having some sort of, having something like this. All right, building a bullish momentum and then also building what? A bearish momentum. All right, you can see it. So we are going into what we call the chart pattern symmetric triangle. All right, so the buys and the sells will only be getting shorter and shorter until one side is taking out. Okay, let me take this out. Let me take this out for clarity's sake. All right, so you can see. All right, so what started the sell? The sell started from this swing, the high of the range. That's what started the sell. So you see that price reacted from there, and then price was giving lower, low, lower, high within the range. All right, price was giving lower, low, lower, high, lower, lower, high, lower, high, till it got to this. This has been swept, right? And this low, right, is either going to be protected because of the sweep or price should invalidate it. All right. So, but hence price fails to display below here. So it's suggesting another bullish move till we got to what the POI that was created. After a volume two has been mitigated, it creates another volume two. So price got to that place and then price sold to this one's own volume two. That's what causes range. So now from this volume two now, we're not buying again now. All right, to take out because this particular you argue that this is an order block, it has been mitigated. So the mitigation already now has to be taken out for price to what trade into this level. All right. So, but we're not looking at trading to that and get to that level. We just want to target this high here. All right. So sweep has happened. Price has traded into the volume tool at this point. All right. Is the buy expansion like we're trying to like catch? Do you understand? So, so since we have this right now on the H4 time frame, what do you see here? All right. You now see that after price came into this level, right? There was a slight range here and then a manipulation to the downside and an expansion. Price has come into that point now and then price is expanding to take out that high. So we currently are trying to get a confirmation entry to get in, or our price is really pumping. All right, we are trying to get a confirmation entry to get in from here, not to be aggressive, because if we go in aggressive, all right, the reason why I take confirmation entry is just because I don't want to be using this big SL. All right, because in this ranging market, your target is not far. So if I don't want to do 1 to this 1 to 2. This 1 to 2. All right, so I rather just wait for price to, and if price doesn't, well, it's one of those things. All right, Stanley said, thank you. It's very clear now. Thank you. Yeah. So that's it. That's it. All right. All right. So now that price has expanded, has given us a very good directional intent that yeah, it's going that way. All right. It's going to be bullish. So now we can set limit here and then wait for price to pull back into this zone and then we buy. All right. Wait for price to pull back into this zone and then we buy. and then we buy, we buy, and then we buy. So this H4 closed, and then it expanded. I think in this case scenario, we're going to use, let me update my, we're going to use this fair value gap. All right, we're going to use this fair value gap in this case scenario. So it depends on how this 30 minutes closes. If it expands more and this fair value gap, then it tells you that while the expansion was really good. So, and gold will always come into the first fair value gap that it's created. All right. So, but if this candle fails to close, maybe it pulls back down and close, because it can close this fair value gap and pull it down to this point and then continue buying, then later come back into it. So we have 26 more minutes to confirm. So sometimes when you see your price buying, don't this way a lot of people will now foam and jump and say, it's already going, let me enter, then I enter from here, only for price to now pull back, will not be massive loss, will now close. Don't worry. As long as price has not gotten to your target, don't worry, be happy. You wait. Price gets to your target, then you just let it be. All right. So we're waiting on this guy. So far so good. Our 1 hour POI entry point has not been mitigated. It aligns with 30 minutes, not mitigated. It aligns with 15 minutes, not mitigated. So I'm really rooting for this point, right? I'm really rooting for this point. All right, so we have that for that. So we're just waiting. We're waiting for price to pull back into this point, and then we can have a buy continuation on this. All right. Other trades that I've mapped out, we are waiting. We don't have anything to do in all these trades today. All right. We're just waiting. This we're waiting. I think I marked this. Yeah, we're waiting for this. This guy also we are waiting. And US oil has not given us a confirmation yet, but I'm hoping that it comes back to this level. All right, for us to have a buy. Let me see something about that level. Yes. Yes. So I'm waiting for price to get back to this level. This is where I won't take my buy on US oil. Okay. We have this inducement waiting. So I want to take a buy from here. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm happen to do. All right. So that's it. Whoa. Oh my God. Damn. All right, so guys, if you have any questions, just the same way Stanley asked, please do ask your question. Sometimes it might just be some mere clarification. You just need to, understand. And I'm here to. That's why I'm here. Funded Vets brought me here, brought V here, brought FS Queen here to help you out if you have any questions, right? So normally you might, not have the time to catch me, or find a way to, get me to explain some things because of other commitments, right? And busy schedule. But here right now, I'm here. You can ask me anything that has to do with trading. All right, anything that has to do with technicals. If you want to know anything that has to do with the macro or the fundamentals, you can ask V. And if you want more insight on technicals from other perspective as swing traders, you can ask FX Queen. For day trading, you can ask me. So what else? What do you want exactly? All right. So why not take advantage of the opportunity that Funded Vest has given to you? All right. So we'll just wait this out. We'll just wait this out. Um there is no need to rush. Let me see who this person is. How do you form? Where do you form? Okay. Where do you form? All right, that's good. That's good. Exactly why I said I'll be looking at this level if 30 minutes FVG has been formed. All right, I'll be looking at this whole level, but let's see. right. So we have about less than 37, no, less than 23 more minutes to close up on the London session, where we can meet you all next on the New York session, right? Okay. All right. So what are you telling me yet? Well, all right. So we're waiting. So we have nothing to do. What's up? Nothing significant to do. We're just waiting for price to come into our POI, and then we take a buy. Okay. Mm, all right. So let's just wait. Okay. So for those of you that are just joining, I can see some people are just joining in right now, right? I have one question for you. Would you like to see this moving forward? For those of you that are new, right? Would you like to see this moving forward? Meaning you want us to continue doing this, right? Month in, month out. Your feedback is highly necessary so that funded investors can know how important this is to you guys, right? And once we can actually have this going on, you're not only going to be getting live trading sessions, you're going to also be seeing step by step processes as how to you know, make trading decisions, and you definitely would learn from it, right? And part of the learning things that you get to understand here is not just about the technical aspect, it's the patience to wait. Because some people will be like, "Oh, this thing is leaving me. Oh, let me jump in." You see the patience that needs to be with, that needs to be used while trading. And in a case scenario where you definitely miss the trade, you see that you really do not feel bad because you are now uh, in a live session of traders who are doing the same thing, and you see the way they feel. You can feel their impulse when they take a loss. You can as human beings we can tell by not even hearing what the person is saying. All right, you can feel the confidence, you can feel the everything that you need to know. You can hear from the person who is giving the live trade. So with that, you can now know that, oh, okay, I think I saw this person take a trade. This price was almost hitting his SL, but he just stayed really calm, and stuff like that. Oh, okay, okay. You start having one-on-one insight as to how traders, because it's not just about what you see on the TL is filled with beautiful unproven records. You understand? They all look really beautiful, but they're not proven until you are sat down with them and see. You get the point, and see that more. this is not really as easy as I thought, right? So for those of you that just joining in, we have a culture here. Take a screenshot that you're live here. Post on X using the hashtag hash execution room, tag funded vest, tag myself, Uncommon King, tag V, tag FX Queen to stand a chance to win something amazing brought to you by Funded Vest, right? So, and I can see the comment section. Solomon said, how does it take you to pass funding challenge? How does it take me to pass funding challenge? Okay, I'm going to talk about that. Stanley said, thank you, Funded Best, for this opportunity, and it would be great if it lasts for some time. All right, thank you for that. That feedback is really good. I hope the Funded Verse, I'm sure the Funded Verse team are actually seeing this. And yeah, they provide the opportunity and they would do that. They'll do whatever they need to do to keep that up. All right. So how does it take me to pass a funded challenge? Now, this is now this is the approach you use to do that, right? This is the approach you use to do that, right? It's um should I say it's a mindset thing first. All right. So you first of all understand that okay, I want to trade a 100K account. So it's not just, oh, I have a 100K account, let me go and look for trading. You have to first of all tell yourself, okay, what is my risk? What is my risk? You have to map out a plan. So you can say, okay, I want to risk 1% per trade. Let's mark out the plan together while we're waiting for this trade. All right, let's mark out the plan together while we're waiting for this trade. So you say, okay, I want to trade, for example, a funded best 100K account. All right, and it's a what? It's a two-phase account. All right. To pass phase one, you need, for example, all right. Let me put it here. E.g. All right, to pass phase one, you need 8%. And to pass phase two, you need 5%. So you've established this. All right, you've established this. Now, next thing to establish is bless me. So next thing to establish is what is the DD? What is the drawdown? So you have the daily drawdown at 5%, and you have the overall at 10%. So now you stated out the facts. So with this fact now, you have to now streamline your rules. Now your rules now will now be okay. Since I've highlighted this, now the question now here is, what is my risk management plan? All right. I don't know if you guys can see my screen, but yeah, what's my risk management plan? Now my risk management plan would be I have to work with this overall drawdown. All right. So with my overall drawdown, if I choose, right, if I choose to risk 1% per trade, so that means it will take me 10 trades to blow this account. Okay, it will take me 10 trades to blow this account. Now the question here is, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Okay, we can see it. Okay, good. And the question here is now you now have to decide my setup, is it really really strong? My technical knowledge, is it really really strong? Okay, you know what? I will do the 1%, regardless of if it's strong or not. All right. If it's not strong and you are afraid, you can now say, okay, I'm not really certain about this my technicals. So let me do 0.5. So 0.5 means that you're going to take 20 trades you're going to lose 20 trades before the account blows up. If you say, oh, I'm not really too strong, I want to use 0.25. So you're going to use 40 trades. But I would not advise anyone to use if you're still learning. If you're still learning, take your time, get an account, use 0.25. Trade. It's going to take you 40 trades to build the account. Trade it as much as you want. You're not trading that account to like get payout. You're trading that account to understand how to get in and out of drawdowns, how to master it. So anytime you're in drawdown, you're not afraid. But when you have now mastered how to get out of drawdown, you now realize that when you are mapping out your risk plan, your first point is 1%. Now, you've agreed that okay, 10 trades will get you, 10 losing trades will get you to lose the account, but you're going to go with 1%. Now, you've already established your what? Your risk management plan. Now, the next plan you need to determine. Now, you need to determine that, okay, if I am risking 1%, should I hit TP back to back? What is my risk to reward? So if your risk to reward, your RR is 1 to 3 RR. So it means that if you risk 1%, all right, your reward would be your reward will be 3%. So let's go back to TOP. So meaning that if you win 2 trades, you're already up by 6%. All right. So just left with 2% to pass phase 1. If you win 2 trades straight up, already up by, you're already up by 6%. And if you lose one trade, you're down by 1%, meaning that you still have 5%, and you win the next trade, you have passed phase 1. Okay. So now that you have planned for the positive, now we need to plan for the what? For the negative. Now the next plan we need to map out is what is the next plan you need to map out is what is my drawdown risk plan. A lot of people don't know that there is a drawdown risk plan, and that's why they are all struggling. So a drawdown risk plan we now say risk 1% if account is between BE, that's the normal 100K account, to minus 2%. Risk. Anytime you see yourself on BE, you see yourself in minus 1% drawdown, or you see yourself in minus 2% drawdown, you stick to your 1%. Now, the next plan is at any point you see yourself between minus 2.5%, or let me not say 2.5, minus 2% below till to minus 4%. All right, you risk 0.5%. All right, now this I'm just giving you a template. You can now build this however you like. All right. Some people might say, "Oh, I want to risk 0.7% from this." You will map out, but I will tell you the usefulness for this. All right, of this. Now, once you are in, you only risk you only risk 0.25% once you see yourself around -4% drawdown to -8% drawdown. All right. All right. So now, the moment you are on anywhere between -4% to 8% drawdown, you're risking this. At this point, you're not risking this because some people will say, that's too low. When will I now get to be? When will I now pass the account? Your goal at this point is not to pass the account, right? It's not to pass the account. Your goal at this point is to get to this point where you are -2 to -2%, -4%. That's your next goal, not the BE. Now, once you trade 0.5 and you get to anywhere around this range, you now switch up this to 0.5. Once now your goal is to get to BE, maybe -1 or BE. The moment you get to BE from here, you switch back to 1% to move forward. All right. The same thing that applicable to when you get to the critical stage where you are now, your risk is now like -8 to like almost blowing the account. You reduce this one to about 0.1 just to get back to this point. Once you get back to anywhere around this point, you now switch to this point just to get back to this point. Once you get to this point, you now target here. Once you get here, that's the progressive way of coming out of drawdown. You need a drawdown risk management plan. It's different from your risk management plan entirely. So with this one, because of the goals that you've already defined that we want to catch this one, I want to catch this one, your mind will be at rest because you're not over risking at any point and you are following a set rule. So if you are doing 0.25, even if you are seeing you that used to risk 1% before and you are seeing you are seeing $2,000, but with 0.25 now, you're only seeing maybe that kind of $300. It will not affect your psychology because you're like, this is where I'm trying to target. Once I can get here, I'll increase my risk. So that is how you trade your profit account and pass, and that's how you handle drawdown. All right. I don't know if that was insightful to you, but do let me know in the comment section. And yeah. All right. Sorry, said thank you, Funded Verse, for this opportunity. I would be grateful if Funded Verse continue with the live sessions. All right, your feedback are highly noted by the team, and definitely they would, if you have any, if this illustration I just give about how to pass your accounts, how to map out a plan, both your risk management plan and your drawdown risk management plan. All right. If it was helpful, please do let me know. And yeah, so we have 3 more minutes for this candle to close. This is looking really good. Let me see. All right, so yeah, so we have about 3 more minutes for this candle to close. So this candle closes above here now has confirmed that we are good to set our limits. Very, very, very good to set our limit because directional intent has been established in line with the directional bias. Okay. All right, let me see what we got on from the team. I think we can close our run here in the next session. Okay. All right. So we have 3 more minutes for this candle to close. Please do watch the timing. We'll be closing just as much as we have 3 more minutes to close for this candle to close. We also have 3 more minutes to end the London live session and come back again during the New York live session. For this, I told you guys you can always come back to watch the recorded video on Funded Verse. I've given you guys an insight on how to pass your account and how to map out a risk management plan as well as a drawdown risk management plan. All right, so do well to go craft your own. You don't have to follow my own, the way I put it. This is not even how I do mine, but this is like the template of what you can actually build around. Okay, but when I say it's not like mine, it's quite similar. It's almost the same thing. So let me not start making you think, or there's something that I did not add, it's the same thing. Just craft it to your own that best suits you. All right. Like I said, some people might want to use 0.7% here, use 0.5% here, and then anywhere below 8%, they want to use 0.25. You know, just craft it. But just know that your target is anytime you find yourself here at -4% to 8%, your target is not here. Your target is this guy. So you use this risk to catch this guy. Once you get into this point, you employ this risk. Now your target is not to pass, is this guy. Once you get to this guy, BE or -2%, -1%, you now switch to 1%. Now your target now is I want to pass this one. You don't start trying to pass this one when you are below here, or trying to pass this one when you are below here. You switch back to getting BE. This is the only risk management um, risk that can actually help you pass the account faster. All right. Some people argue and say, and it can also get you out to draw down faster, but it's risky. It's risky. Yes, it can get you out to draw down faster, but it is risky. So it's better for you to, and it's risky because it will be affecting your psychological aspect. Any small loss again, you are seeing that from 4%, I was on -4% before. I've just left this account to now I'm on -6%. You go again, I'm on -8%. Before you know, if you blow, you've blown the account. All right. So why don't you just relax? And this thing teaches you patience. It teaches you control, that you know what you are doing. So even if it looks slow at that point, you're just not, I know I am in control. And that's the greatest thing any trader can actually have in the market, a sense of control. And the only thing that can give you that sense of control is not your technicals, it's your risk management. All right, you can set limit here. You can set limit here. You can set your limits here. I think we have gotten a very good fold of that move. So you can set your limit there. And I'll be ending live right now. Set your limit. Please manage your risk very well. Manage your risk very well. At every given point, I always say this, right? This is not a signal group or a signal platform by any means. FundedVest is not giving you an investment scheme. This is purely for educational and research purpose. So please manage your risk and always remember that past success of what we have done here in terms of trade setup with giving does not guarantee future success of the next trade. Risk management at all time must be applied. Thank you very much. I'll catch you guys in the next session, New York session. Yeah. Bye for now.